Hi everyone. Am I audible? So very soon Disha ma'am is going to join us. So before we start with this session, how is it going to happen is ma'am is going to address, she'll discuss with you whatever she wants to convey, as in her perspective on answer writing and everything. And then we'll open, she'll discuss her journey, her strategy of answer writing, and what actually made it possible for her to score 280 and everything. And then you can ask your questions and whatever doubts you have as far as answer writing is concerned. And that is basically the purpose of this session. So once she opens it for the question answer, and you can ask your questions with her. The second thing which I want to discuss with everyone out here, that I'm very proud of you that you guys have started writing the assignments. So it's a great thing. It's a great beginning. But some of you have yet not written your both the assignments. So please do write the assignments so that no matter how you perform, what is important is you break that inertia. तो वो ज्यादा जरूरी है. So please do that. And very soon we are going to talk about the good copies. But yes, I would mention two, three students who have written brilliant answers. So one is Vanshika. Vanshika, I really liked your script. It was very good. So super proud of you. And that doesn't mean others have not written well. It's just that there are few students who have done exceptionally well. They've written, and we would also upload their good copies. So it is for you to view them also, and we can exchange the ideas and we can take inspiration from each other and try to improve upon answer writing. Another student is Divyam. Divyam, beautifully written script. Again, super proud of you. Then the first assignment, there is a student, Jaya. Again, you've written very nice. Again, super proud of you. And there's a long list of students who have written decent answers. I'm like really happy. And I will upload all the good copies. I think by tomorrow we'll do that. Okay? So, anything specific that you want to ask? I have shared the number. It's 9643772712. So that is the number on which you can drop any query that you have. If your copies are not uploaded, you can ask there. If there is some issue related to book, which book, when it will be delivered, whatever doubt, any technical glitch, kuch bhi. So you're most welcome to drop your doubt, because that number is with me. So 9643772112. It becomes easier for me to know exactly what is the problem and I can get back to you. ठीक है? So इसका ध्यान रखेंगे कि अगर किसी को कोई भी इशू है तो आप उसमें डाल दो. I'll just revert it back. And any academic doubt also, you can drop your doubts there. I will address that. ठीक है? And now this week we'll start having individual mentorship. I'll connect with all of you who have written the assignments. और by the way, हाँ, हम इंडिविजुअल मेंटरशिप तभी कर पाएंगे जब आप असाइनमेंट लिखोगे. सो फॉर दोज हु हैव नॉट येट रिटन द असाइनमेंट, हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल फॉर मी टू मेंटर यू? Please write your assignments so that I can interact with you. I have something to talk to you. So this week I will one by one get in touch with all of you who have written the assignments, especially both the assignments, so that I can, at least I know that where we are doing well and what are the challenges and what more needs to be done. Okay? So it would be easier for me to address those things. Now, if you have anything specific related to the program, then please let me know. And Disha is going to join us in another 2 minutes. And then we can start the interaction with Disha. So you need to tell, is there any specific doubt with respect? Did you go through the model answers? Have you gone through the feedback who all have written the assignments? Did you understand that where are we going wrong? So that is more important, that whenever you're given the feedback, you should also be able to understand that whether you are able to understand those feedback or not. एक तो वो चीज. दूसरा important aspect ये है कि कभी कभी हाँ, you need to come through the exact name. uh, Whosoever this is, Vivo, what is the name? बिकॉज नाइन्थ का सारा असाइनमेंट्स अपलोड हो गए। इनफैक्ट अभी मेरी तरफ से पेंडिंग है, क्योंकि इवेलुएट हो गया है, मुझे रिव्यू करना है, तो टेंथ का भी हो जाएगा। आई थिंक बाय 8 o'clock टेंथ के भी सारे असाइनमेंट्स चेक्ड हैं। तो मुझे अपने ओरिजिनल नाम से बताओ एग्जैक्टली नाम क्या है, क्योंकि नाइन्थ में मैं कौन सा मिस कर रही हूँ, आई एम नॉट अवेयर। बिकॉज हमने नाइन्थ का सारा अपलोड, ओ श्रेया, श्रेया आई हैव गिवन यू द पोस्ट, मैंने तुमको पोस्ट भेजा है। आई न्यू दिस की श्रेया होगी। श्रेया, मैंने तुमको तुम्हारे उस पे पोस्ट भेजा है बच्चे। तुम्हारी कॉपी चेक नहीं हो पा रही है, क्योंकि तुमने जब स्कैन करा है तो साइड में स्पेस नहीं है हमारे पास, तो हम कमेंट नहीं लिख पा रहे हैं। शायद तुमने अपने स्पाइरल से डायरेक्टली स्कैन करके भेज दिया है। और मैंने तुमको पोस्ट भी भेजा है कि तुम प्लीज ठीक से स्कैन करके भेजो, क्योंकि साइड में हमारे पास जगह नहीं है। तो हाँ श्रेया, आई नो, हाँ इट्स योर्स। और मैंने तुमको पोस्ट किया, प्लीज एक बार चेक करो ना बच्चे। अच्छा, अब तो मैं ही बता देती हूँ। जब स्कैन करो ना तो मेक श्योर किया करो कि साइड में थोड़ा स्पेस हो, क्योंकि हमको कमेंट लिखना है एंड वी डोंट हैव एनी स्पेस टू राइट द कमेंट। ओके, नाउ दिशा इज जॉइनिंग अस आई गेस। ठीक है। और हम ऐसे सेशंस करेंगे वेरी ऑफन, सो वट एवर योर डाउट्स एंड एवरीथिंग यू कैन डायरेक्टली टॉक टू अस, ठीक है।
Excuse me,
चलो,
ma'am.
दिशा इज जॉइनिंग अस एंड देन वील हैव द सेशन।
Oh, ma'am, I have a doubt. Oh,
हाय दिशा।
Hello, good evening, ma'am. I think somebody had a doubt before I came on the screen.
No, no, we address that. So,
All right.
hi everyone. Disha is here. So let me just introduce.
Yes.
So obviously she doesn't need any introduction, but yes. So this year she has qualified with amazing marks in sociology, and now she will tell us about her journey, how it happened, what worked for her, and which attempt it was, and how did she prepare, and anything you can ask her, and she is the best to answer everything, because she has been an aspirant, right, and she has qualified this year, so she is more closely associated with all the challenges which an aspirant faces, especially with respect to the preparation of sociology. So Disha, you please take over.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. My name is Disha Dhankhed. I secured the All India rank 235 in UPSC CS examination of 2025. Sociology was my optional both times. This was my fourth attempt and second mains. Sociology marks were decent, I think, in the first mains as well. But this time, my paper two marks improved even more, and I was able to get 280. Before we take the Q&A, I thought I'll just talk a little about sociology specific answer writing, and then I could open for questions if that's all right with you. The first thing I think, which took me a minute also because I hadn't joined the foundational course, was how to make my GS answers and sociology optional answers a little different. I think we all think that just adding thinkers to our arguments would be helpful, but I think we miss sometimes the analysis part of it as well. While GS is all information related, sociology asks you to interpret the same. To take a simple example, caste and gender issues are a prominent theme in GS1 society as well. But while just writing the factors would be sufficient there, here I think rather than just saying Sylvia Wolby defines patriarchy as this, or caste is talked about by Dumont and three other people, it's more important to say why the social inequality in itself exists, how and why is it persisting, do we see a transformation, and then sometimes in bracket just mention the thinker. I think that is more appropriate. It took me a while to come to this as well. Coming to specific answer writing, I think the first step is to decode the question in itself. Especially when we begin answer writing, I think it's important to take 30 seconds or so to understand whether it's talking about discussing a certain theme. Are we to evaluate it? Should we give examples? Examples, I think you should give anyway, but is that a specific requirement? For example, things like discuss and critically analyze, I feel are more academic and theoretical in the sense that you can give arguments directly from thinkers, like quote a thinker according to Marx when we talk about class, for example. But if it's asking you to evaluate or comment, I think leading with your opinion would be more helpful. And to give an example of a thinker here changes the orientation of the answer, and it helps the evaluator to also think that you're understanding the core requirement. Even though your arguments may be more or less the same in both things, I think the orientation helps a lot. Next, I think the structure of the answer. For me, the best answer is a predictable one. So you start with your introduction, make your arguments, and conclude accordingly. But here again, introduction, since the optional has a lot of definitions and you can quote so many people, it's helpful if you define the concept. For example, a recent question has been the scope in the context of globalization, is the scope of sociology changing? So here both are keywords, sociology and globalization. But if you could just define globalization in the introduction or explain how it's changing or something like that, it would be better rather than talking about sociology in the beginning. And in the arguments, we can focus more on sociology and the interrelation. Next, core arguments, again, we write in a similar to GS fashion of the pro arguments and the con arguments. But if it's a certain thinker, for example, if alienation is the question, or if a question is on Marx and what he thought of historical materialism, I think 70% of your body still should be about their analysis and only a last couple of lines or 2 points about a counter argument. Unless it's a basic concept, I think this is what you should follow. Again, conclusion, if we could give a way forward, that's great. If not, we try to keep it a little positive so as to not end it on a negative note. This was something I think I failed initially to do in paper 2 because there were less thinkers and I was having a difficult time adding more content which was sociological. So sometimes I made the mistake of writing a counter argument and ending the answer there. But I think it's important to end on a positive note, and that was a difference I made this time also. The last thing I think is examples. It becomes difficult to think of something that is just sociological. So, of course, we take help from GS wherever we can. For example, any report or any examples of manual scavengers or how many people are still doing that, that comes from GS completely. Other than that, just reading the newspaper with a wider mindset helps a lot. For example, I came across the Karnataka state program of Navu Manojaru. It means, I think, we are humans or something like that. And it was a secularism, morality related program that they started in classes, where they taught about secularism. So that became a great example for questions in Indian society about secularism or religion. Or even in paper 1, if they ask, is society or the world becoming more secular? And you write about private religion, you can add this, that education is becoming more and more secular as a state goal as well. And other than that, in your general reading also, I think on Instagram or somewhere I came across a McKinsey report which said that women by 2035, women between the ages of 25 to 40, 35 or 45% of them would remain unmarried. Now, this becomes a great argument for sanctity of marriage, women's status, financial independence. And again, it's society and sociology, both ka example, wherever you can fit it. So that would be all from my end. I am open to questions, and yes, thank you.
Disha, it was lovely interaction. You were, to be very honest, very crisp and on the point. And I think many a times we also struggle with, like most of the aspirants, because they already are under so much of pressure to complete the paper. So many a times they also struggle with the fact that how important is the directive. Thank you
Yes,
for
ma'am.
clearing that these directives are extremely important. In fact, they define the structure of your answer. So, people, do we have doubts? I think many a times
Yes, ma'am.
I already told.
If I could add just one thing that I
Sure,
forgot.
sure. Please, huh.
In paper 1 especially, I think PYQs hold a great value, especially when it comes to units 1, 2, 3. Because third unit also we try to avoid where research methods or things like census might count. And, picking up a new book or some source for it becomes very difficult. So just to see the trend that they're asking a contemporary relevance or example. So just prepare small notes, because sometimes if it comes in a compulsory question, you can't skip it. So
Absolutely.
the trend of PYQs is very important. Even in paper 2, part C is gaining more prominence, I've seen recently. So I think PYQs say you can delineate topics even where you don't have enough information, just prepare them very well and try to correlate. For example, they asked if Europe is the only place where modernity happened, and they try to relate it with sociology. They could also ask, is modernity a precondition to sociology or something like that?
Exactly,
So something like that, if you read PYQs regularly, you are able to more relate it between the papers as well. That helps a lot. So that was another point I think I thought of.
Thank you. Acha, Disha, before they ask, I do have a doubt because there are a lot of students who have been asking me these questions. Matlab, when do they have to be sure that their syllabus is completed? Let us assume they are writing 2027 ka attempt
Yes,
and they
ma'am.
have started preparing, like maybe they have done their foundation, maybe they are still doing their foundation, and to be prepared with sociology, matlab when that should be the deadline ki ho jaye syllabus type.
I think, ma'am, for me, that was if I could write or at least brainstorm all the PYQs from each topic, that is where I considered my preparation complete.
Okay.
Again, paper two, it took me a minute and I had to add things a lot because my paper two notes were very haphazard. I hadn't done a foundation. So I looked at Google a lot. I looked at IGNOU material. So
Okay.
PYQs helped me in that. And when I could complete all of them, I think that's where I considered, okay, my preparation is
Okay, your
complete.
syllabus. So syllabus completion is not just making notes, it is
No.
once you are comfortable with all the PYQs, then we consider. Okay, Disha, next question I have is how many revision do you think? क्योंकि स्टूडेंट का एक कॉमन डाउट बताती हूँ, वो ना बेचारे बहुत मेहनत करते हैं थिंकर याद करने में,
Yes,
बट फिर
ma'am.
उनको याद नहीं रहता है वो. आई थिंक
Yes.
यू मस्ट हैव आल्सो एक्सपीरियंस दैट.
Yes, ma'am. I
तो
did.
हाँ, तो ये कैसे, मतलब कितने रिविजन पे थिंकर याद हो जाएंगे, मतलब.
Ma'am, for Thinker specifically, I think I did them more theme wise. Just
Okay.
say for cast, as many people as I could remember, or if you are coming to class rather than pehle doing marks specifically. If I had Ralph Darendorf also, I'll remember it according to class. I'll add Weber, or if I
Okay.
had Bete also, I think talked about it a little. So
Okay.
thinkers, I think doing them theme wise after you've done your one revision of notes, it
हाँ.
becomes a little messed up in your head, I think, because it's too much information. Specifically, thinker sub notes you can make, like A4 size papers pe, just to revise it before the paper, or mind maps. Paper two, I had a lot of these small mind maps. They were very badly organized, if I may say so. But when I revised it, one revision was starting to end, my notes or whatever material books I was referring. When I did the second revision, I tried to make short notes for things that I couldn't recall easily and for thinkers. That's how
Okay.
I did it. So the thinkers, a lot of people also make voice notes for thinkers. That's
हाँ.
something I heard when I was preparing. It didn't work out for me, but if people want to look at it, the thinkers you list down and you make a voice note, and when you're walking or doing something, you can just listen to it once or twice.
Oh, this is a brilliant idea, and
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
like actually this can be done क्योंकि आपको थोड़ा सा रिफ्रेश तो होना ही है. तो अगर शाम को
जी.
वॉक पे जा रहे हो तो बस हेडफोन्स लगाओ and just listen about them. नहीं नहीं,
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is brilliant. Disha, we have one doubt.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
can you please give guidance about working aspirants and what should they complete before December? If
Oh,
you could, हाँ.
okay. I think specifically for working aspirants, I don't know how helpful I'd be because I joined a job, but I wasn't able to manage it and I had to leave it.
Okay.
But I think if you can do weekdays, weekend, sorry, completely, 2 to 3 hours during the weekdays, I think would be sufficient.
Okay.
By December, I think if you have notes of at least one paper done and you have a decent understanding, at least if not complete notes of paper two, I think you can still power through between the pre and the mains part. But I think at least one paper has to be completed, notes and your PYQ brainstorming. If you don't have time, I would recommend brainstorming. Just a rough note of, okay, introduction, just the person's name or two words for what definition you want to pick, and just the body and like that. And paper two, I think some part of it, if you've done, that would, I think, be helpful.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Disha. Disha, there's another doubt that we have.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, how should we handle a question for which we do not have much content? This is a very important question.
Specifically for optional, I think I would skip if it's a non-compulsory one, because I think Leela Dubey's Seed and Earth was also asked in
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of the
yeah,
optional.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't remember if it was compulsory because it was before my attempt.
Huh.
But if something like that comes and you can avoid it, if you have other option, I think it's great to go with that. If it's a compulsory question or if it's in GS, I think what I did was I attempted the questions I knew first. I went one to the last question. I didn't skip around with the 20 markers, but I would leave and remember to note the time for the questions that I didn't know. There were 1.5 question in GS. Optional, I was able to power through. But, and in the remaining time, I tried to leave around 10, 15, whatever minutes I could to come back to those questions. And if I could write something, I would. If I didn't know, I was of the opinion to leave it rather than writing completely unrelated stuff. If you
Okay.
have an understanding, if you can decode the question a little, and if you can write a meaning at least or some argument, that's great.
Ah,
But I think you should leave it rather than writing completely unrelated things. I don't know if that leaves a good impression.
Well, thank you, Disha. Disha, there is another. Ma'am, is there any specific way of writing answer, like writing in paras or points? Matlab, does it make a difference or what is more beneficial?
I think
Ipshita has asked this question. Huh.
Okay. My answers, I think, were a mix of both. There
Okay.
were still 70% of the answers were point-wise, but my optional answers were 2 to 3 lines. They weren't crisp pointers or a flowchart sort of thing that you do in the GS. Even when I wrote points, I had a heading. I could do maybe 5 points if it's a 10 marker because
Hmm.
everything took 2, 3 lines. And then
Achha.
counter arguments, again, 2, 3 lines, ke 2 points, 3 points, whatever I could do. So if you write in paragraphs, I don't think it would be bad, but the important thing is to break it down into smaller parts and try to underline or write it separately. Like if you're making a different argument, it's better to write a different paragraph than that. I think it depends on how tight your handwriting is. Rather than writing a bulky thing, if you can break it down into smaller paragraphs, also
Hmm.
that might help. And having subheadings, definitely. Like even when you write a paragraph format, you shouldn't write it like an essay and not give a heading because then they might feel that you've not covered all of the essential points.
Uh, Disha, there's another thing. Diksha has asked us that I just wanted to ask how to be sociological in my answer writing because my remarks have been constantly saying that I'm writing GS like answers. I think this is the topic you started also.
I did.
है ना? तो just
Ji.
elaborate, na?
I think if you've done with your revision and if you're having this issue, it's better to, when you start a topic, make a sticky note of the sociological keywords that you've come across, like writing deprivation, writing inequality, saying a social stratification thing. Even when you're asked in caste, you can add it's a form of social stratification. Things like keywords are what will help you because our arguments may be sounding a little GS and that we can't help. If we're writing that there is discrimination, the word is discrimination. But in the definition or in the introduction, if you can add these keywords or explain them, for example, dominant caste, we can all write and say that this is M.N. Srinivas. But then again, you go beyond that and write that there is a social transformation. The people who were in the lower rungs of the hierarchy are coming up. So words like hierarchy, transformation, society, those I think would help it make more sociological.
Sociological. So, Diksha, if you are not able to remember the thinkers and all, so Disha is actually giving us a good alternative. That is try to use sociological terminology. So,
Yes,
even if you don't have thinkers on every question, at least answer will look sociological and not GS. So, thank you. There's another question, ma'am. I've not completed my syllabus and not made any notes. Okay, and I have joined this answer writing and I am reading the day's topic and writing answers. Am I in the right direction? Kirti, I'll just add one thing. Before Disha answers your question, I have seen your copy which you wrote today, as in the second assignment, and you have scored one of the highest. So just telling you that. So,
so I think you're definitely on the right path then. If even without the notes, if you have a book or whatever your material is consolidated and you've done a one revision of it or reading of it at least, I think you're on a great path because at the end of the day, the answers are what matters. If you can understand the question, answer it, that's fine. And in paper two or in any topic specifically where you feel that you might have less knowledge, just make mind maps of short notes in just that or
yeah.
complete PYQs and add just those topics. If your understanding is complete and if you think your book reading would help you, because difficult topics help in those 5 days between mains when you're coming from one paper batch completed to the other, it would be difficult to go through books if that's what you're referring at the moment or a bulky material. Mind maps of smaller or difficult topics, I think that would be enough, and focusing on answer writing.
Thanks, Disha. Disha, there's
Yes,
another
ma'am.
question Divam has asked you. Currently, he is focusing on content enrichment of the answer, but lagging behind in time management. How to improve upon that? Anna, his content is good. He has scored one of the highest in the assignment. But
Okay.
then, Divyam, now you have spoken the truth. The time is not being able to manage. So please Just guide
Yes, ma'am.
him.
If your content enrichment is done, because initially I also took a little longer. I think the first FLT I wrote for sociology, I went to 3 hour 45 minutes or such, and I couldn't bring it down because I was focusing on writing. There was the roadblock of it all also because I hadn't had the practice of sociological answers. But if your content, you're satisfied with the way you're writing, not in all questions, but in a generic sense, if you're understanding what is asked and if you have the points ready, I think a good way would be to do a 1 hour time limit thing and answer questions. If you can't do the complete 3 hour thing, because you might get a little frustrated with that time management initially, and to do it once or twice, like in one day, you can do blocked time or like half a paper in the time management and divide it with a break. And then the next day or in 2, 3 days, you can do the full paper and you try to match it. If your content is being changed or the quality is going down, then we can focus on that again. But if once your content is fine, I think timed tests would be the way to go with it. Try to write smaller sentences, try to revise it in a way that you just focus on keywords and that remains in your way in a structured point manner. I think that would help. Just test it with time limits now. That's what I did. Like I forced myself to sit and write. If the content is bad, that we can manage it in the next test. But like to see if I could write it at least in time.
One reality check is required कि मतलब
Yes, ma'am.
complete होगा भी या
जी,
नहीं
जी.
हो रहा है.
It's better to force ourselves now than between those
हाँ.
3 months, because then you'll have other subjects also pressuring you.
Absolutely, yes. Disha, there's another question Honey is asking us. There is a lot of confusion about the content. Question looks familiar, and the student knows the structure, what to address, but often lacks examples, thinkers, and connecting them with concepts. So she's asking any suggestion that you can give. मतलब she knows the content and the familiarity is also there. For example, emergence of sociology हो गया या कोई भी question हो गया,
Yes, ma'am.
तो I think she knows कहीं पढ़ा है. But when you're on the spot, you're just
जी.
not able to recall. So anything which she could do while studying only, which can work.
If this is happening in 1 or 2 questions, I think sometimes it does happen. We get tired, or all the thinkers we've already put places, and you can't think of new things. Even if you have one thinker, I think that is fine in 1 or 2 questions till the time the demand is getting met. Because I remember last year also there was a care networks question, public and private care networks, and I couldn't think of any thinkers. I just had my sociological understanding. I don't think if I put one thinker also. I gave examples from the paper. Again, the here in this question, for example, I had read about care BNBs. Now, this is not a concept that's happening in India. I don't even remember where I read it. But in the paper, if you keep your mind open to the context, it sometimes hits you with something. So, examples, I don't think you can prepare after a point. Like your GS examples, you can inculcate. Whatever notes are there, you can inculcate. Examples and thinkers are something that might come while the argument is getting made. If it's happening in 1 or 2 questions, yes, there might be one thinker and you might be able to apply it. Like try to think of a broader thing. Like if it's caste based, you don't have to start with a thinker if you can't recall. But if in one of the points you can talk about, for example, if politicization of caste comes and you remember just that thinker, try to put it there. And if it's happening in all questions, I think you should start making mind maps or shorter notes and topic wise adding thinkers to your notes there and then, because this should happen in only 1 or 2 questions sometimes when you get tired while writing. I think going back to the notes and adding thinkers there only would help. Or you could do something like I did, like theme wise thinkers, just their names. And because after a point you remember what they said, just try to note the thinkers per topic so you have a peripheral knowledge of a thinker at least, so it can be added in the body if not the main arguments.
जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू गाइज हैव पेपर 1 का माइंड मैप बुक, और अगर माइंड मैप बुक में देखोगे तो दिशा, इफ यू रिमेम्बर, हमने हर टॉपिक के बाद वो
Yes,
एक
ma'am.
list डाली थी
Thinkers
इस टॉपिक
corner.
पे ये थिंकर्स एग्जैक्टली.
जी.
सो वो फिर उसको वहां से हटाकर एक A4 साइज पे लिख कर रख लो कि इस टॉपिक पे
जी.
ये थिंकर्स हम लिख सकते हैं. वैसे भी सारे तो लिखने नहीं है, 2-3 भी याद आ जाएंगे तो इट इज गुड टू गो. ठीक है. आई होप हनी योर प्रॉब्लम इज रिजॉल्व. ठीक है. Is there any other question? Okay. Tripti has asked one question. Ma'am, the test series should be done after one is sure they are clearing prelims or before December. This is going to be my first attempt, so she's confused.
Okay. sociology test series I did between pre and mains, but that doesn't mean I didn't write answers. Since I didn't have a foundational course, so I didn't have a test series built in. And while I was preparing for sociology, I did PYQs, I wrote them. I did self-evaluation. I didn't ask a teacher or a mentor, but when I sat with my questions, I tried to Google the PYQs, and I had a PYQ solved book, I think I did. So I checked them myself. So you have to write answers. If you don't have a test series, I think it would be okay. But if you're in this program, I think you're already writing answers. So that should be fine. And between pre and mains, I did an FLT specific test series, both attempts. The second time, actually, wrote lesser answers because my GS I felt was weaker. But the first time I wrote around 8 tests, all of them were FLTs. So if you think that is the stage you'll be able to reach till pre, I think it will be okay if you've just written answers and PYQs by yourself. But if you feel it would be a daunting thing, it might be a better idea to start right now. Answer writing is important, even if you
Important.
feel like a test is not something you want to put on yourself, but you can't get away with answer writing.
See, answer writing is must. और पता है अभी
Yes.
भी मैं just we started with this session and I was talking to them. There are many people who are actually writing, but वो कुछ कुछ बच्चों को अभी भी डर है तो उतना नहीं लिख
जी
पा रहे. तो मैं उनको वही कन्विंस कर रही थी कि पहला आंसर किसी का अच्छा नहीं होता. मतलब हम सबने
बिल्कुल.
बहुत खराब आंसर्स लिखे, but
Yes,
you
ma'am.
should try. एक कबीर का एक क्वेश्चन है, मैम, हाउ टू स्टे नीट as in while writing the answers and give structure. He's saying that he can't think of subheadings as he more thinks in terms of arguments and paragraphs. So he's asking,
Okay.
can he give definition subheadings and then build the analysis? I think it would look too analytical, but I can't think of much. मतलब
Okay,
he's
if
not
you
able to.
mean a definitional subheading in the sense a long sentence, just
हाँ,
box it. I think that would help, or just two horizontal lines above and below it.
हाँ,
And if you're not being able to write points, something that we tell in essay also, you leave some space, words, 2, 3 words, and start a little later. So the next paragraph looks like a point in itself, if you mean a paragraph format. And subheadings, if you can, try to look at the question again. I think it's a good time to practice. If you could make it 2, 3 words or one line at best subheading, that would be the preferred way. But if in some questions you can't do it, then I think just box it at least. I think a longer subheading is fine as long as it's not in every question.
हाँ.
It's a good time to practice. I think with model answers or in PYQs also solved, if you see, you try to do a brainstorming thing. You think of the subheadings and then you look at the question of what the model answer is. I think that would be helpful. Or Topper's Copy, if you go online and search them, try to see how they've made the subheadings.
ठीक है. Thank you, Disha. Disha, there's another student, Ankit. He's asking you that how he should analyze the answer copies after analysis. As in, let us say they've written the test or the assignment, it has been evaluated. So how they should analyze? Matlab, what should they focus upon? As in marks or the feedback or what? Matlab.
I think feedback more than the marks. And what I did was, since the copies take a minute to come back, and I was doing anyway in those 3 months, so I did a self-evaluation before the answer checked came. So I had a pencil or a pen and I looked at my introduction again. If I didn't have a thinker, I just wrote thinker. Think about it. Can it be done? And then in the body, if I could think of examples after the point or a thinker after the point, I gave myself feedback before, not marks. And when the feedback came, the checked answer copies, I added both the things. More or less, there was an overlap 90% of the times. If they'd mentioned new data, new information, or a point that I didn't have, I added that. Marks, I think initially you shouldn't be too frightened about getting less marks also, because they're cut for presentation, or if you forgot to make a subheading. Focus more on the context. Did you write the introduction? Did you make core arguments? Did they have thinkers or at least an example? Was your conclusion positive? Was your conclusion missing in the answer? I think those are the things you should focus more on, more the feedback than the marks. But of course, the marks also in later answers. But initially, the feedback is something you should focus more on. Try to evaluate yourself. Like, you can open your notes later. You can cross check, like if a question on caste has come, could you have written something about caste and class and intersectionality? Like, do a brainstorming thing with your answers after the point.
Thank you, Disha. Disha, actually, in a way, she has told us a very great thing. Let's stop being defensive. बहुत बार क्या होता है ना कि we just don't want to face the reality कि
Yes,
कुछ
ma'am.
गड़बड़ लिख गए हैं. And hands on your heart, अगर ये मतलब सभी लोग, हम सब भी आंसर लिखने के बाद दोबारा आंसर पढ़े तो हमको समझ आ जाता है कि हमने क्वेश्चन आंसर नहीं किया है
जी.
या there is something which is missing. So I think self analysis can be done, and thank you, Disha, for highlighting this.
Yes, ma'am.
Disha, there's another question. Dr. Rahila has asked us. Ma'am, in the last mean, she's addressing this question to you that in the
Okay.
last means her sociology score was 230 and
Okay.
she couldn't attend nearly three questions completely. So, matlab, after leaving three questions,
जी.
also 230 is not a bad score.
It's a good score, yeah.
Her sentences, she said her sentences are longer and handwriting is small. So, could you suggest any measures to be taken care of in the future? Acha, writing choti, I think she's writing more
Word
content.
limit से ज्यादा.
Word limit
Yeah,
से
I think
ठीक
you're
हो रहा है.
going over the word limit. I think for 10 markers, if you reach 1.5 pages and you've answered everything, you can move on. I don't know if you're finishing both the pages. The content of it should be done. Other than that, you can try leaving some space. Like after your introduction, if you're writing too close-handedly, try to leave 2 1-line equivalent space so that your pages get filled faster. And I think later questions may your hand gets freer, so you could try practice right now to write a little bigger if you can. If that is not possible, if you're even within the sentence, what I did was I had a point and a sub point sometimes. So just break down your point, do a arrow sort of a thing, and make it a sub point the second sentence. If you're writing 2 long points, that will break down the structure and it will cover your pages faster.
And it will be more readable also for
It
the
would be
person
more
who's है ना.
readable. Yes.
I just want to add one suggestion here. If it works for you, Rahila, you can add diagram also. वो जगह ले
Yes,
लेगा.
ma'am.
है ना, this can
Yes,
also
ma'am.
work for her. मतलब एक बार देख लेना, मतलब whatever is comfortable for you. Disha, thank you यार. There's
Yes,
another
ma'am.
question. So Krishna is asking us that he completed socio last year, didn't revise it properly from last year June, okay, and he's comfortable with concepts but can't revise the bulky notes. So
Okay.
should I change my notes for paper one for this? Acha. He is finding his notes to be bulky. So now he's
Okay.
asking that should he change the notes for paper one?
I think it would be easier to make short notes
है
or
ना?
mind maps rather. If your notes are good in content, like unless they're just bulk, if the only issue is the bulk, but the points are there, the thinkers are there, examples are there, better to make a mind map or just heading, subheading sort of short notes on A4 size sheets. You can revise from those short notes, and whatever point you can't recall, you can go back to your notes and refer. If you do this practice right now, I think it would be better than changing complete notes and writing them from scratch.
Yeah, absolutely. Krishna, you need to let us know that whether you've understood that it is actually, ma'am is suggesting it is not advisable to change your notes at this point of time. Because if you're appearing for 27, तो अब तो कहाँ time है? मतलब any given day, उसके छोटे notes बनाना is more advisable. Thanks, Disha. Disha, there's
Yes,
another
ma'am.
question. Sakshi has asked us. She's saying that she's completed paper one ka foundation. Okay. And
Okay.
however, while writing answers, she feels the content is not aligning with the directives and she's unable to incorporate relevant thinkers. So could you please guide her on to how to improve on this? And is there any specific strategy or resource that you would recommend? Paper one ho gaya hai, but she is not able to align.
Recall. I think the directive thing again, I think there's a YouTube video by Smriti ma'am only about the directives and what each directive means. That is very helpful in understanding what orientation the answer should have. Again, the way I did it, because in the end, it becomes mixed up. So I did, if it's asking for discuss or critically evaluate or evaluate, I critically examine, sorry. I did more arguments from thinkers or very academic notes. And if it was evaluate or comment or give examples, I led by opinion first and added a thinker in the brackets. That was the only distinction I could make by the end of it. I started with doing them properly, but it gets mixed up later. I think decode your question, take 30 seconds, start answer writing from the point of the discuss or whatever only. And if thinkers are becoming an issue, do them theme wise would be helpful. Like the question, I think why it's becoming difficult is you might have prepared class by Marx separately and Weber separately, or religion by Durkheim separately and later other thinkers. Try to think of the theme in its entirety. And then if a specific question also comes, you'd be able to better make arguments against or in favor of the same. You should do that with model or PYQ answers. With PYQ, what would be helpful is there are solved answers. I think we've also done that. There might be other places other than completely relying on AI. If wherever you could find answers, you brainstorm it yourself. Try to add thinkers theme in a theme orientation, because I did thinkers like that. That is what helped me in paper one. And you can take thinkers from paper two as well. When you're thinking of Marx's or economic idea, you can borrow from A.R. Desai, at least in one point. That adds thinker naturally. And when you do themes, this is how you integrate the thinkers. Yes, ma'am, that would be my...
Thank you so much. Matlab, it was quite detailed, and this will also give them the idea that both paper one and paper two needs to be integrated. Write
Yes, ma'am.
paper two in paper one, write paper one in paper two. At the end of it, the answer should be sociological. So, by the way, Honey is saying thank you to you. You
You're
have
welcome.
So, Tripti is saying her notes. Acha, Tripti has asked us that her notes for paper one are mostly from the internet
Okay.
and mostly making it short for the first 2 units. Is it okay?
Are they from the internet from proper sources, or are they from AI? Because AI hallucinates a lot. It told me that Little Republics are a concept by M.N. Srinivas. Thankfully, it was an obvious thing that I could catch on to it. But yes, ma'am. So if internet means some teacher's notes or some IGNOU notes or things like that, I think that's fine. Do short notes. And if your PYQ themes are completed or trends are in order, that should be fine. You can just make short notes. Whatever is lacking from PYQs or from model questions that come, that specific parts you can refer to. I think IGNOU, or I started with Nitin Sangwan sir's book. That was great for the base. And then topic wise, wherever I felt like research methods, I had to look up a lot. I did look into Harlambos also, but that's quite bulky. So I would not recommend going into a new book or a new content from start to finish. But whatever you feel that your content is lacking in that specific topic, just add on to that. And yes, please don't rely on AI. But yes, internet is a good source otherwise.
Thank you, Disha. And trust me, I have had interaction with a lot of selected aspirants. Disha is actually giving you very practical suggestions. It is very doable, and thank you so much. So
sometimes you just search the topic and write IGNOU sociology. The entire unit, the specific unit comes up. You don't have to go into the bulky books also. This is what I did also for specific topics in Indian sociology in paper two. Just write the thinker and write IGNOU. The units will come up, and you don't have to go into the entire thing also.
see, ma'am is making your work so easy now. So, Disha, there's another question. Geeta has asked us that she hasn't completed even one reading, recently completed classes. So, how should she approach the optional, which she feels is entirely new? Classes ho gayi hain. But when you take foundation hona is different than you are reading. So, she's finding it to be very new. So, how should she approach it?
If classes also include, you must have your notes ready, right? I think break it down into days, week topics, that this week I'll complete these many topics and try to finish it in a month, 2 months, whatever time aligns with your preparation of the overall year. And I think reading those notes and making short notes, or just taking sticky notes and putting it on the top of the paper, which is what I did for small topics. Like, for example, in unit 5 for equality or something like that, I wrote equality on a sticky note, and I wrote whatever 3-4 thinkers I had, and I made the next sticky note then. So you do your one reading, a quick reading. If you've done the classes, it will go faster than what you expect. You might feel that it will be completely new, but since if you've heard it and you've written it once, it won't be brand new for you. Just make short notes. If you want to do mind maps, that's fine. If you think the notes are not bulky and you would like to revise it again and again, then do the sticky note thing, so that you can still open your notebook and flip around the pages quickly. And try to make a time schedule. Like, try to start with 1 week. Okay, I'll try to do these many topics in the week, and you can adjust it in the following days. a quick one reading, and then you can try writing the PYQs with this only if you have the time. If not, try to add them at the end of the paper's revision. Don't leave it for a later time. I think PYQ writing is the right measure. If you don't write it, just brainstorm it. Try to think it. Just look at your content. Does it have everything? If you can think of the PYQ answer, I think that would be more than enough to tell you that you're in the right direction.
So, Geeta, I hope your query is answered. Okay, Disha, we have one more question that Ray is saying. Okay, he is saying that he has written sociology answers before, but
Okay.
now when trying to write the answers, the student is feeling anxious and has been liked by others. So, I think there are more students. Yeah,
There is no, there,
anxiety is there.
I completely agree and relate with the notion, but the only way out of it is through. You have to write it. You can break it down into simpler parts. You can do one question a day and then two the next if you're too afraid. But I think just jump into it and you have to do it. You make a written timetable that this week these are the questions. And if you're too afraid, what you can do is you can list the questions, look at the content, and then the next day, don't look at the content again and write it by memory. Like, try to write it at least. If you are too scared, just look at the questions the day prior, brainstorm the day prior, and then write it the next day. But you
Hmm.
write it, you have to write it. And the sooner you start, the easier it will get. You also get better at answer writing. So it's not just that you could finish it in 3 hours. The next time you write an answer, you're better prepared. Your arguments flow better. Your sentences are more structured. And you might think of a diagram when you write another answer, because now you've written things and you know better that, okay, these parts are short, so I should do this instead. Those are things that will come if you've done answer writing for a longer period. So the more you push it, the lesser the time to hone these skills. So start with one answer, start with half an answer, start, brainstorm, do whatever, just start it and write it and paste it somewhere. Tell a sibling or your parent that, okay, I'm supposed to write these 3 answers. Please check and ask me tomorrow, did I do this? If you don't have a teacher or a mentor is not present, if you live in Delhi and you have a roommate, just tell them that I have to write 5 answers. Please ask me tomorrow. And I think just get external pressure if that's needed, but just start. There is no other way.
Thank you, Disha, for motivating. Ray, I hope now you will be writing the answer and that anxiety will go away slowly. See, it will take time, bache, but
It
it
will
will
take.
go away. Huh? With confidence, I think it will go away automatically.
Yes,
Acha, Tripti is asking us one more question.
yes,
What
ma'am.
is considered to be a good marks in a 10 or a 20 marker? What do you think?
Uh, I don't think I have a proper answer for it, because when I was writing answers, test series, I think I was getting somewhere similar to the marks that I had in the final paper as well.
Hmm.
But I don't know if the marking scheme of the final paper is that way also. So
Huh.
I think 11, 12, I think is considered on 20 marks. I think Smriti ma'am would be a better person to answer this question, because I genuinely don't have that much of an idea. I've not evaluated answers also. I genuinely don't know what guidelines are to be followed. What I did was I perfected my structure for it. That's the best I could do. And yes, 4, 5, 6 was what I was getting on a 10 marker. And 9 से शुरू होके if it's a bad 20 marker, 11, 12 तक I was getting for 20 markers in the test series. And
Hmm.
for the final papers, I genuinely don't have an idea. But the marks were similar, I would say, like plus minus 2, 3 marks. Paper 2 in my first mains, I was struggling with it, and that showed in my marks. I had, I think, 112. And this year I could gain like 25 marks over that. So I could do better. So
Hmm.
that's true. That structure and your examples and everything help. But I don't know if there's a specific marks answer to it.
एंड इफ यू आर तृप्ति जस्ट एमिंग, वो एक रेफरेंस पॉइंट चाहिए कि इतना मिल जाना चाहिए, तो अगर असाइनमेंट्स और कोई भी टेस्ट सीरीज कर रहे हो तो 6 मार्क्स का टारगेट रख लो फॉर अ 10 मार्कर की उतना करना है, एंड अराउंड 12-12.5 का टारगेट
Yes,
रख लो
ma'am.
फॉर 20 मार्कर. अब यूपीएससी एग्जैक्टली कितना देता है वो तो हमको नहीं पता, बट अगर तुमको अपने लिए एक टारगेट चाहिए तो आई थिंक दिस इज डिसेंट इनफ. सिक्स
For
मार्क्स
reference, I don't think I had more than 6 marks in any 10
हाँ
markers I
हाँ
wrote.
हाँ हाँ.
And some of them I thought were great when I was doing my feedback. So even then, like, my feedback matched. Like, whatever I analyzed and evaluated, that was what came out also. There must be like a point or two added. But I think marks 6 was the highest in 10 markers I think I ever got. So that is for your reference. That is all I can tell.
Thank you, Disha. Disha, there's another question hello, ma'am. He's addressing the question to you.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have a doubt that while writing lot of content, acha, okay, while writing lot of content comes to the mind, despite getting the demand of the question, still not able to put it on the paper. हाँ यार, ये बड़ा valid है.
जी.
आंसर भी आता है, क्वेश्चन की डिमांड भी समझ आ रही है, बट जब लिखने बैठ रहे हैं ना, तो दैट इज नॉट रिफ्लेक्टिंग ऑन द शीट.
For initial, a couple of questions, if you're doing answer writing or whatever, I think you could brainstorm it like in a rough hand, like we do for essays. That might be helpful to get in the mindset is cheese. Like take a pencil and a rough page and just see, okay, this is the introduction that could go. And in points, if you have content, try to point wise see it. Okay, this is more important, it goes first. Brainstorming might help in this case if the content is already there. The issue might be that you're scared to begin with a point and you might be afraid that it could be wrong or something else should be written first. So the flow of it might come once you've brainstormed, because I'd done all my PYQs with brainstorming, so this it was easier for me to write answers. That is why I'm suggesting this. You could try this method, or other than that, you could write answers, even if they're bad answers, like try just write whatever comes out. If the content is there, max to max, what will happen is it would be a little unrelated or a little wrongly put in points, but the answer would be more or less right. That you could then analyze for yourself. Like once you've written it and you do a self evaluation, you'd be able to better check for yourself also. Okay, this is what I should have not put, or I could have given this XYZ example here. I could have written about caste with this person's knowledge also. So brainstorm A, and B, write it then, or write it. What if brainstorming is not working? Write the wrong answer. Write it at least, and then you begin to check it.
एटलीस्ट व्हेन यू विल वंस राइट ना अभिनव, तो तुमको खुद ही पढ़ के समझ आ जाएगा, ओके दिस वाज नॉट सपोज टू बी डन, नेक्स्ट टाइम आई विल कीप दिस इन माइंड. तो
Yes.
स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली यू विल इंप्रूव. हाँ, आई
The
थिंक
next time when you write answer, then that sticks in your head. Okay, so thinker is what I should have begun with. Last time, that's what my feedback was. So it helps once you've written and then seen it on paper. Okay, this was right and this was wrong.
अच्छा दिशा, एक और बहुत वैलिड क्वेश्चन है, अभिषेक इज आस्किंग. वो ये कह
Yes,
रहा है कि
ma'am.
आफ्टर राइटिंग टेस्ट शुड आई राइट वंस अगेन टू कवर माय मिस्टेक्स. वो होता है ना कि फीडबैक मिला एंड यू अंडरस्टूड कि दिस इज द मिस्टेक और दीज आर द चैलेंजेस व्हिच, सो द स्टूडेंट इज आस्किंग कि शुड द पर्सन राइट दोज आंसर्स अगेन और शुड जस्ट रिवाइज एंड ऐड पॉइंट्स.
I think if you have notes somewhere, just add that feedback to your notes. Unless you're a person who remembers and recalls only when you've written it, then you could give it a try for specific answers. But since answer sheets and answer books are not something we look to when we revise, I don't think it's much required to rewrite the complete answer. Whatever your base notes are, just add it to that. Or if you have short notes, you can make a separate folder. Online or offline, and you can, whatever your feedback is, you can topic wise have pages of additional things rather than writing the entire thing again. I don't know how productive that would be. I think that would be a lot of time for something that you would not revise again.
Exactly. People, this is actually a very, very fruitful idea. Please make a note of it कि जो भी आपको feedback मिल रहा है, आप एक separate folder बनाओ और topic wise ही आप assignments लिख रहे हो तो ऊपर डाल दो, और the feedback for the topic and value additions, and just add those. Thank you. This is actually a very fruitful, and I think this will prove to be time saving also.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Because we rarely open the answer copies
answer,
again.
हाँ, और फिर दोबारा वही आंसर लिखना आई थिंक
जी.
चैलेंजिंग भी हो सकता है
Yes,
ना,
ma'am.
है ना.
It's just you're just checking your memory that okay, I could recall it, but I don't think how long-term benefit of that would be.
Okay, the Geeta is also thanking you. The
You're
doubt is
welcome, Geeta.
resolved. Okay. Another question, Sakshi has asked you that she's preparing notes from PYQs. Okay.
Okay.
But it is taking her a lot of time and the notes are becoming bulky. At the same time, she's not relying on internet answers from different coaching institutes because she
Okay.
feels she should do her own research to make the answers more enriched. What is your view on this approach? Shall I continue making notes from PYQ?
Are PYQs your only notes, or do you have a foundational class notes or somewhere from the internet or something topic wise also? Because just the PYQs would be, then you're preparing the content in specific subheadings. It's not base content, I think. Like, I think then you can, if a caste and class question you've written, I don't know if you could think of caste thinkers or examples from other
She's
dimensions
answered
also.
this with foundational notes, she's saying.
Okay. Oh,
हाँ
so the PYQ notes are in addition to that.
हाँ हाँ
When I was adding PYQs, like I said, I'd done the brainstorming. For thinkers unit, I remember I did mind maps. So those mind maps were one, I wrote thinker in the middle of the page. The first part would be his arguments, like for historical materialism, if we're starting with Marx, just what his meaning was. And PYQ, only the content, like what the core argument was supposed to be. And my counter arguments were different. I don't do PYQ start to finish in entire question. That I think will take a lot of time. I don't know if that is helpful. I think better idea would be to do mind maps or short notes. And if you look at your notes enough times, the foundational ones, PYQ say you can add the themes that are missing, whatever interrelation that might have been asked. Or if you could think of a new thing, like if contemporary relevance is asked for thing A, just ensure that for thing B also you have contemporary relevance. Entire PYQs might be a time taking. Coming to the research point, if it's easier for you to do, if you have a book or IGNOU or something that's very easily findable and doable, it's still a good idea. But for every topic, if you're doing research specifically, it will take too long. You have your notes only where you think the content is lacking. Or if you can't understand something, try to Google it or go to YouTube, and you could look up a video also. There are on thinkers, there are quite a lot of videos. So something like that, I think you should limit it a little. If it's time consuming, I think you pointed out that it's taking a lot of time and making it bulky.
एग्जैक्टली हाँ एंड पता है एक टाइम के बाद सैचुरेशन आ जाएगा इतने
जी.
नोट्स बना बना के तो फिर आई थिंक वो पढ़ने का टाइम ही नहीं मिलेगा
If you
सो
have bulky notes, तो वो revise नहीं हो पाएंगे. That is my only concern with this idea.
एंड साक्षी ट्रस्ट टीचर्स ना ट्रस्ट
Yes.
कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स आई एम श्योर जिसके भी नोट्स होंगे
जी.
सोशियोलॉजी में इतना कोई रॉकेट साइंस है नहीं आई डोंट थिंक कोई कोचिंग नोट्स गलत होंगे मतलब आई थिंक पेपर वन के लिए तो नहीं हो सकते गलत अब
Even
बेसिक
paper two के लिए, I think notes are great. The only thing is sometimes you don't feel like you have the content because you
हाँ
read it in a specific way. Or sometimes what we do is we just do topic and thinker, like middle class also, we just do, okay, these are the definitions and these are the characteristics. But they ask something else. They would relate globalization. And then for a second, you're like, okay, we know transnational families, but what then? Uske aage kya? So
उसके आगे
I think better
absolutely
to brainstorm and look at PYQs, look at trends, and put one thing ka trend into the other. If they're asking something for one topic, try to do similar things for the other ones as well. Like they've asked caste and class, they might ask intersectionality, they might ask gender and class. तो वो वाली चीजें if you have done, I think it's a better idea to have shorter notes. From your foundation, I'm sure most of it will already be covered.
covered absolutely yes हाँ 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 thank you Disha
Yes, ma'am.
Divyam is asking one more question he's saying while writing his answers he has realized he's not focusing on directives okay and
Okay.
he's taking a very balanced approach like वो for and against wherever
जी
it is
जी.
required and maybe that is why this approach isn't troubling as of now अच्छा what he's saying is that although he's not following directives लेकिन वो कुछ ऐसा fall हो रहा है कि question ही ऐसा लिख रहा है
जी
ये
जी.
कि वो for and against is working so he's like, but now he is fearing that it would backfire in case some specific directive is asked. So how to deal with this? Because taking a balanced view feels convenient and hence
It does.
and that
I
so
think this approach is fine if for a question that you might not have a lot of content on, or one or two questions where you've not understood the directive or the statement. But brainstorm it. Like, look, just have a PYQ compilation wali cheese without the answers, and look at the question and think, what am I supposed to write? Like, if it is comment, then you think, do I have an opinion on it? And is my opinion based on what some thinker said? Do I have an example on it? Try to focus on the directives. There's more than enough time. And starting today, whatever answer you write, you take 30 seconds. The time might go initially thoda upar, but you take 30 seconds and you reread the question and you focus on the directive. If it says critically analyze, you have to analyze. Somebody has to say something, there has to be an argument, and then you have to say, okay, this makes sense, or it doesn't because there is another argument as well. Focus on the directives now. Take your time with it. If it's just discuss, then this your approach fits anyway. But discuss is just one of those. And I don't know if evaluate, discuss are more or less similar. That okay, you give your for arguments and your against arguments. But I think in your 20 जो full paper होगा where you will be you're supposed to write so many answers. I think an evaluator will be able to pick up that you're just following whatever is in your head.
ये ट्रिक
You
बना कर आए
can't
हो तुम
answer from a sociological point of view,
हाँ
right?
एक student, I think that question is not for you. Abhishek is saying I've scored only 17 and 19 marks in the last two assignments.
Okay.
Out of 50 का assignment था. So that's why he asked the question. Should I write once again? नहीं Abhishek. Just
नहीं,
whatever the feedback है. हाँ.
yeah, focus on the feedback and next answers when you write, you evaluate once you've written the answer, evaluate does my feedback something that I've reflected in these answers.
हाँ.
Just utna I think should be enough.
हाँ. ठीक है Abhishek, I think ma'am has answered this. Okay, there's another question. Anuja, I think, has asked, ma'am, I'm not confident that I'm addressing the question's demand. Okay, how do you
Okay.
ensure your answers? अच्छा, कभी कभी क्या होता है, हमें पता नहीं चलता on the spot कि हमने आंसर की डिमांड, मतलब whether we
जी.
have answered the demand of the question. तो वही she's asking कि is there any way to know that?
I think post analysis helps. You can think of things like if you're starting with introduction, is there a thinker? Is there a definition? Either of the two works. If it's about some specific thing, do I have the context of it? Like if it's asked on modernity in Europe, you can write about modernity happened because this. If you even if you don't have a definition, that would be okay. When you come to the body of it, are there core arguments? Even if it's not in a point-wise format, do you have an argument? Okay, modernity was because rationalization, was because political revolutions, things like that. If they're coming up, that means you're understanding the demand of the question, that you could answer modernity and you had the examples for it. Again, if something like scope of sociology with different subjects comes, so you do it, it's easier because sociology and history you write. So wahi similarities, differences, but you could write it in a manner of subject matter. This overlaps, this doesn't. When you read your answer, you'd be able to tell because you're now in an evaluator format. So you're trying to find mistakes. It becomes easier to analyze once you've written it. Don't write it and forget. You're in that headspace. Once you've written and submitted the paper, just take those 30 minutes and just see the answers again. Sometimes very easily you come up with things and examples. And evaluation, me, this is what I did. Introduction and conclusion were my main things. And in arguments, do I have a core argument? Do I at least have one thinker in bad questions or questions that I don't know a lot about? Do I have 2 3 examples? Like if I had an example for every point, that was the perfect thing. But sometimes you can't come up with one, so you could either give one example, a little longer one, a case study if something fits. If not, just write it with 1 or 2 points and you evaluate it like that. Was my conclusion positive? Could I add a counter argument or could I think of one right now when I'm evaluating? So you add it there then so that you can revise it later. I think have a framework in your head and फिर वो जो feedback आ रही है उसके साथ भी you cross check if you could add more things. I think that might help.
I think so. I think Anuja has asked the question. Anuja, I hope now we have answered the question. ठीक है? Disha, there's one more student, Krutika. She's saying, ma'am, how to make notes for optional as I'm currently doing. Just write, learn, and that will be my notes. Or I am writing PYQ. And even, ma'am, the books, should I rely on it only? She's facing difficulty in paper one. So
Okay.
basically, she's trying to ask is that can she rely on the books only or while writing the PYQs? And I think she's a classroom student of
Okay.
the institute. मतलब she's done her classroom foundation, but I think उसको क्या problem आ रही है जितना मैं समझ पा रही हूँ वो ये है कि although she has the notes for paper one, but she's not able to analyze the notes. जैसे अब emergence of modernity
जी.
अब वो तो जो भी XYZ फैकल्टी कोई भी होंगी किसी भी उन्होंने अपने तरीके से पढ़ा दिया बट व्हेन यू गेट द क्वेश्चन दैट लॉजिक इज नॉट बीन डन प्रॉपरली कि वो मॉडर्निटी क्यों आई कैसे
जी.
सोशियोलॉजी आया तो वो लिंक नहीं तो शी इज फाइंडिंग इट डिफिकल्ट तो
I
व्हाट
think
हाँ
PYQs might help because there
हम्म
that is where you understand how will the question be formed, because we have a habit of in note making just making okay, this is the heading and these are the 4 factors of it. They
हम्म
might ask on one factor or they might ask a broader thing, so the
हम्म
question will tell you how to link two things and uske fir explanation mein you can try to brainstorm from your notes. I don't
हम्म
know if I've understood, is the note making the challenging part or the understanding?
Yes, note making, because she wants to make the final notes.
All right.
She
I
would be referring finally, which would have, she has foundation notes, she has the PYQ book, which we prepared. She also had the mind map book. So
okay.
now she's asking कि फाइनली नोट्स, क्योंकि बहुत सारे सोर्सेज हो
जी
गए हैं,
जी
तो वो कह रही है सिर्फ बुक पे रिलाई कर लें, मतलब नोट्स बनाने के लिए जो फाइनल।
The mind maps one.
हाँ, माइंड
Huh,
मैप PYQ दोनों।
I think so. I think so. That would be enough. And from your foundation, if you've revised it once, there might be a thinker or two or a specific sub point that you might have just added there. I think you have to have one thing at the end of it to revise. So that could be your mind maps. If you think mind maps are something that you're having trouble thoda sa understanding, if it's too short for you, you can choose your foundation notes. But pick one and add things from there. Like when you'll revise, you'll do it topic wise. So just have the other thing open, and if you feel there is something lacking, just add that. Just say thinkers, I think the mind book has more than enough thinkers. It has all counter arguments. Only for specific things that you might feel you've understood better in the foundation, add it there. Don't
हाँ।
make it bulky. Don't have three things open at once.
हम्म।
Even from PYQs, I would recommend PYQs and Thinkers Corner, everything. We've tried to add it in the mind map, sorry, book only. So whatever is lacking, just add that theme or a sub point. Don't refer to three things. Don't refer to three things.
Disha, she's saying her foundation notes for paper one is not relevant.
Okay. The,
नहीं नहीं, वो अभी नाराज होगी इसलिए बोल रही होगी, शी इज अ वेरी स्वीट गर्ल। यार वो होता है ना, कभी कभी
जी
नई नोट समझ आते, तो
हाँ,
कैन शी रिलाई ऑन माइंड मैप्स? मतलब अगर माइंड मैप्स तो यार बहुत
test it
कंसाइज होते हैं।
with writing with PYQs or
Like,
brainstorming that. Try, okay, revise two topics from mind maps, go to the PYQ booklet, brainstorm. Can you
हम्म।
answer from the notes? If you
हम्म।
feel still there is something that you could add more, because I'm not saying that mind maps will have everything in every sub point, but if you
हम्म।
can relate things from two topics and write it, I think that would be more than enough.
वन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट इज एडिंग हियर ओनली कि क्या नितिन सांगवान रेफर कर ले साथ में, उससे फर्क पड़ेगा? यू हैव read it, so you would
I
be
read it.
better
I read
positioned.
the first edition.
हाँ।
I'm not sure if the next ones are different in any way. But
हम्म।
initially, when I did it for paper one, I still felt that it had enough thinkers. But
हाँ।
in my understanding, it lacked a lot of things for paper two. There were very less thinkers, there were lesser arguments, and there were questions at the end of it. But I don't think the material was beneficial to a great extent. So it
हम्म।
could definitely be your base note. But
हम्म।
if I don't know if the recent editions have added thinkers, have added arguments, then you'll have to look at it again. But
हम्म।
initially, when I did it, I did my first reading of it because I was coming to sociology from a law background. And I had it
हम्म।
for one semester, and we only did SC/ST Act and 1, 2 dowry acts. We had no proper sociology. So I had to have one book to start. And Nitin Sangwan at the time was something that everybody recommended. But it is not enough. I don't think it's enough because it gives you a great understanding, but you have to add thinkers, you have to have arguments. I don't
हम्म।
think correlations between two concepts are very easier
हम्म।
to make from that book, especially across the papers. Like when I had it, it was one 300-page book for both papers. So
हम्म।
everybody can understand that that's not enough because half of it is anyway an introduction to things.
हम्म। हम्म। Disha, one of the student Krishna is saying, I want to ask some question here. Can I turn on my mic? हाँ Krishna,
Sure.
you can
Sure.
turn on your mic and ask Disha directly the question.
गुड इवनिंग मैम।
Hi, good evening.
मैम एक्चुअली क्वेश्चन वही सम नोट्स के अराउंड रिवॉल्व करता है, इसीलिए मैं सोचा कि मैम डायरेक्टली ही पूछ लेना सही होगा। मैम
जी
एक्चुअली मैं यहाँ पे टाइप भी किया था कि मेरा जो फाउंडेशन किया था स्टडी आईक्यू से पहले 2024 में, वहाँ का जो मेरा नोट्स है पेपर वन के लिए समवेयर अराउंड 500 पेजेस का नोट्स है, एंड सेम गोज लाइक पेपर टू। तो इतना नोट्स को मैम मैं अभी कंसाइज करने के लिए बैठूँ तो बहुत देर लग जाएगा मुझे, वो मुझे भी
जी
रियलाइज हो रहा है। सो
जी
मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ कि जो रेडीमेड नोट्स मार्केट में मिल रहे हैं, जैसे मैम का माइंड मैप वाला बुक है, और मेरे पास मैं टेलीग्राम से उठा लिया था सोशियो का, स्लीपी क्लासेस का कुछ नोट्स मिल रहा था मुझे। क्या मैं
जी
मैम उसको रिफर करके वहाँ से शॉर्ट नोट्स बना के अभी काम चला सकता हूँ, या मुझे फिर से कोई फाउंडेशन वाला क्लास एंड नोट्स सारा
नहीं
कुछ
नहीं,
बनाना
फिर से
पड़ता।
फाउंडेशन तो बिल्कुल नहीं, बिकॉज वो फिर से अगर आपको 500 पेजेस के नोट्स बनवा देंगे, यूल हैव 1000 पेजेस फॉर वन पेपर। अगर आपने स्टडी आईक्यू वाला जो आपका फाउंडेशन है बहुत बार रिवाइज नहीं किया है या एक बार ही लिखा है और अब आपको रिकॉल नहीं हो रहा है, आई थिंक आप फिर भी माइंड मैप्स और शॉर्टर चीजों पे इजियर ट्रांजिशन कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि आपको कॉन्सेप्ट समझ आए हुए हैं। यू जस्ट वांट कि थोड़ा छोटा हो, इफ आई एम नॉट गेटिंग इट रॉन्ग।
यस मैम।
तो वो फैक्टर विल स्टिल हेल्प। पूरा फाउंडेशन नॉट रेकमेंडेड अनलेस आपको कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं समझ आए हैं बिल्कुल भी, जो मुझे नहीं लगता केस होगा। तो आप माइंड मैप्स या शॉर्ट नोट्स एक पकड़ लें, फिर से वही आप पीवाईक्यूज देखें खुद से। अगर आप उसको ब्रेनस्टॉर्म कर पा रहे हैं, पूरा आंसर नहीं, बट अगर आपको आर्ग्यूमेंट्स आप एक टॉपिक की दूसरी टॉपिक में रिलेट कर पा रहे हैं, अगर क्लास लिखते टाइम आपको चार थिंकर्स या एटलीस्ट आर्ग्यूमेंट, थिंकर का नाम चाहे ना आए, यू शुड बी एबल टू रिमेम्बर कि मिडिल क्लास भी होती है क्लास में, हमें इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्ट भी डाल देना चाहिए। अगर आपको याद आ रहा है दैट मीन्स आपको समझ आ गया है। तो जस्ट डू माइंड मैप्स या एक शॉर्ट नोट्स, क्योंकि एट द एंड हमको सिर्फ आंसर लिखना है। 500 पेज रिवाइज नहीं होंगे बाद में। तो या तो अगर आपने वो अच्छे से किए हुए हैं तो आप उसका शॉर्ट नोट बना के देख सकते हैं फॉर अ कपल ऑफ टॉपिक्स, अगर जल्दी जल्दी हो रहा है तो।
हाँ,
वरना अगर इफ इट्स टेकिंग अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम, डू द
उस
माइंड
रास्ता
मैप्स।
में मैम अभी अपना लिया, मतलब मैं 3-4 टॉपिक का, मतलब 3-4 चैप्टर का शॉर्ट नोट
जी
बना के उसको रिवाइज भी किया। देन आई फाउंड कि अभी जितना बाकी है वो सब मेरे से मतलब कम टाइम में नहीं किया जा सकता। तो इसलिए मैं सोच रहा था कि कोई अदर ऑप्शन चूज करना आई थिंक सही रहेगा मेरे लिए।
जी, यहाँ पे फिर हम एग्जीक्यूटिव डिसीजन ले सकते हैं, बेस्ट होता है अगर हम कर पाते, बट अगर कम टाइम है तो आई थिंक शिफ्ट करके देख लेते हैं। और फिर से अब जब माइंड मैप्स आप करेंगे आगे वाले टॉपिक्स के लिए, अगर आपको लगे पीवाईक्यू नहीं हो रहे या कोई कमी रह रही है, जस्ट उसको ऐड कर लो वहीं पे। सिर्फ माइंड मैप में एक और पेज ऐड कर दिया, स्टिकी नोट ऐड कर दिया, एक थिंकर दो थिंकर, इतनी कमी रहेगी। आई डोंट थिंक इससे ज्यादा बहुत डिफरेंस रहेगा।
जी मैम, एक्चुअली मेरा बैकग्राउंड में सोशियोलॉजी में ही है, मतलब अब मैं
जी
मेरा ग्रेजुएशन में सोशियोलॉजी
जी
से किया हूँ, इसलिए आई डोंट थिंक कि कॉन्सेप्ट वाला पार्ट में इतना सारा मेरे को कोई डिफिकल्टीज
बस
है।
फिर आई थिंक शॉर्ट नोट्स या माइंड मैप्स जो हैं वो फिर मोर देन इनफ रहेंगे, क्योंकि अगर वो कुछ और पूछ रहे हैं तो आई एम श्योर आप एक कॉन्सेप्ट याद करके लिख देंगे अपने अंडरस्टैंडिंग से भी। अगर नहीं डायरेक्टली वो एप्लीकेबल हो, इतना ही फर्क रहता है, आई डोंट थिंक बहुत फर्क रहेगा।
मैम जस्ट स्मॉल डाउट के
जी
आंसर लिखते टाइम सारा क्वेश्चन में ऐसा नहीं होता, कुछ कुछ क्वेश्चन ऐसे होते हैं कि डिमांड समझ नहीं आता, मतलब होता है 70-30 ऐसे क्वेश्चन रहते हैं कि कोई 30% क्वेश्चन ऐसे रहता है कि कोई कंसेप्चुअल होता है क्वेश्चन, तो मिस इट कर जाते हैं डिमांड को।
जी
तो उस सारा क्वेश्चन को मैम कैसे टैकल करना है?
जी। ये प्रॉब्लम थोड़ी सी रेलेवेंट है, क्योंकि ये फाइनल एग्जाम में भी हो जाती है। एक दो क्वेश्चन आप बहुत जल्दी में होते हैं, आप थक गए होते हैं लिख लिख के, आपको लगता है मेरे थिंकर्स लिख चुकी हूँ मैं, मुझे तो ऐसा लगने लग गया था पेपर 2 में कि मैं लिख चुकी हूँ सारे थिंकर्स, तो आई डेंट वांट
बचा
टू
नहीं है
रिपीट
कुछ।
देम। हाँ, आई फेल लाइक द थिंकर, द इवैल्यूएटर विल थिंक शी डजंट नो आफ्टर दीज फोर थिंकर्स। तो ये आई थिंक ब्रेन स्टॉर्मिंग वाली ही हेल्प करेगी। अगर जिस भी जहां भी आपको एक बार भी अगर ऐसा लग रहा है डायरेक्टिव नहीं समझ आ रहा, ग्रेट आइडिया कि आप पीवाईक्यूज पूरे सिर्फ क्वेश्चंस वाला लें और बैठे आप सिर्फ पहचानने लगे, ओके डिस्कस था तो मुझे ऐसे ऐसे लिखना था, ये चार चीजें। अगेन आई रिपीट, यूट्यूब पे मैम की वीडियो है, मैंने ही देखी थी अब बिफोर आई स्टार्टेड आंसर राइटिंग। आई थिंक इट्स अ 1 hour और समथिंग वीडियो, शी इज डिस्कसिंग ऑल डायरेक्टिव्स ओनली, दैट्स वेयर आई स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम। एंड आई मेड द मिस्टेक ऑफ फॉरगेटिंग इट अ लिटिल, बट अभी अगर हमारे पास बहुत टाइम है तो वी कैन गो थ्रू, यू कैन मेक योर ओन शॉर्ट नोट की डिस्कस मतलब ये दो चीज, इवेल्युएट मतलब ये तीन चीज। अपना एक शॉर्ट नोट रेफरेंस टाइप बना के आप रखो, एंड इनिशियल क्वेश्चन में यूज इट, लुक एट इट अगेन इवन व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग आंसर्स, इट्स ओके। अगर आपको एक दो बार में प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी तो आप वो वर्ड इनिशियली फिर आपका दिमाग ऐसे पकड़ लेगा हर क्वेश्चन में। दिस कम्स टू द डायरेक्टिव। बाकी जो डिमांड वाला पार्ट है, इट आई थिंक द रीडिंग द क्वेश्चन विल हेल्प। आप उसमें कीवर्ड्स उठाइए, जैसे अगर पूछा है कि इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ ग्लोबलाइजेशन सोशियोलॉजी का स्कोप, तो देयर इज स्कोप इज ऑल्सो द पॉइंट, ग्लोबलाइजेशन इज ऑल्सो द पॉइंट। यहाँ पे हम ये कर सकते हैं कि इंट्रोडक्शन में स्कोप से बेटर होगा टू डिफाइन ग्लोबलाइजेशन, क्योंकि कोर चीज इज स्कोप, देन स्कोप वी कम एंड डिफाइन इट इन द कोर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स। तो ये जब आप क्वेश्चंस पढ़ेंगे आपको समझ आने लग जाएगा वो पूछ क्या रहे हैं। अगर एक सेकंड में एक रीडिंग में नहीं आया, इनिशियली रीड इट थ्राइस, टेक योर 2-3 more seconds, 2-3 more rounds, क्योंकि वो एक बार आने लग जाएगा, इट बिकम्स इजियर द मोर यू डू इट। फिर वो इंटर रिलेशन इजी हो जाते हैं। जब आप पीवाईक्यू पढ़ेंगे तो आपका दिमाग ऑल्टरनेट थीम्स भी पकड़ने लग जाएगा, वो आपको जब आप मॉडर्निटी वर्ड देखेंगे तो सिर्फ थिंकर नहीं, आपको ये भी आएगा कि इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्ट में भी तो पूछ सकते हैं, तो क्या सोशियोलॉजी इमर्जेंस विद इंडियन मॉडर्निटी और समथिंग लाइक दैट इफ इट इज आस्क्ड, तो योर ब्रेन स्टार्ट्स रीडिंग ऑन इट, अगर आप सारे पीवाईक्यू एक साथ में रीड कर ले।
एक साथ देखते हैं,
जी
हाँ। नहीं नहीं,
थैंक यू
थैंक
मैम।
यू। Krishna, your doubts are resolved now?
यस मैम, थैंक यू।
ओके। दिशा, एक स्टूडेंट है, वो ये दीक्षा दीक्षा इज सेइंग
Yes, ma'am.
कि व्हाट आई थॉट फॉर माय अप्रोच, अच्छा वो अपनी अप्रोच शेयर कर रही है कि फाउंडेशनल नोट्स वर बल्की एंड रनिंग नोट्स, सो आफ्टर रीडिंग देम वंस शी इज डूइंग द आंसर राइटिंग टॉपिक वाइज, देन फॉर
Yes.
फाइनल रिविजन शी इज यूजिंग माइंड मैप बुक एंड द रिटन इवेलुएटेड आंसर्स। तो शी इज
Okay.
आस्किंग, इज दिस अप्रोच फाइन?
Yes, I think add from your whatever your answers are, उसमें जो point है, add it in the book only. Don't have the answer copies separated. I don't know if you're adding उसी में या नहीं, but yeah, add feedback to that. क्योंकि अगर आपने फाउंडेशन नोट्स एक ही बार पढ़े हैं तो वो उतने रिकॉल नहीं होते बार बार। उसको अगर आप दोबारा पढ़ने जाओगे तो इट विल टेक यू अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम एंड देन यू विल फील कि अब इससे भी शॉर्ट नोट्स चाहिए। बेटर अगर आपके पीवाईक्यू और ये टेस्ट्स वाले आंसर्स यू कैन समहाउ इनकलकेट इन द माइंड मैप, जो टॉपिक्स नहीं है सिर्फ वो आपका एक ही सोर्स हो जाएगा, लिमिटेड प्लेस, एंड यू कैन रिवाइज इट वेरी इजीली। I think that would help. Yes, I think I like this approach. This is something what I did also, similar to the way I handle it.
सो दीक्षा, जो आप नेक्स्ट चीज पूछ रहे हो ना कि जो आंसर्स ऑलरेडी रिटन होते हैं, वो दिशा ने मैम ने भी बोला था कि वो दोबारा रिवाइज नहीं हो पाते। दैट इज व्हाई मैम इज सेइंग माइंड मैप बुक में ही एडिशन कर लो। इफ यू कैन रिकॉल एवरीवन, द माइंड मैप बुक में हमने बहुत स्पेस छोड़ी हुई है, सो
Yes,
यू
ma'am.
हैव इनफ स्पेस कि वही वैल्यू एडिशन कर लो, अलग से नहीं। फिर वो एक ही बुक रिवाइज करना, फिर वो आई थिंक कितनी 370 पेजेस की बुक है, उतना तो कर ही सकते
जी
हो,
जी
क्योंकि
जी।
इतनी खुली खुली है।
और उसमें कुछ द कंटेंट इन इट इज सो स्पेस्ड आउट, वो
हाँ
370 पेजेस वी हैव स्मॉलर, दिस इज व्हाई वी हैव डन इट इन अ वे कि इट्स जस्ट, इवन इफ यू रिकॉल जस्ट द हेडिंग्स ऑफ द
हाँ
पॉइंट्स, वो वही उसमें पॉइंट में एक्सप्लेन है, जस्ट द थिंकर, इट्स सेपरेटली कलर कोडेड विद द थिंकर आल्सो, so you can just focus on that.
हमने
चलते
उसके
टाइम
ब्यूटिफिकेशन पे भी बहुत काम किया था, जस्ट टू
जी।
मेक श्योर कि पढ़ने में आसानी रहे बच्चों को। सो
जी
आई
मैम।
जस्ट होप इट हेल्प्स देम दिशा। फाइनली
यस
फिर
मैम।
हमारा पर्पस सर्व हो जाएगा अगर वाकई इनकी हेल्प हो रही तो।
यस मैम।
देयर इज अनदर क्वेश्चन कि व्हेन आई लुक एट माय नोट्स एंड क्वेश्चन, अच्छा अरे यार बड़ा जेन्युइन डाउट है, व्हेन आई लुक एट माय नोट्स एंड क्वेश्चंस आई फाउंड दैट माय नोट्स आर नॉट एड्रेसिंग द क्वेश्चंस।
दैट इज व्हाट यू फील इनिशियली।
है ना?
होता है बहुत बार, स्टार्टिंग विद द फर्स्ट यूनिट्स ओनली, लाइक मार्क्स व्हेन आई डिड, आई मैंने सिलेबस से ही देखा कि ओके हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म क्लास आई हैव टू डू, alienation I have to do for the next thing, but they'll ask something either that is relating to thinkers or they'll ask you कि ये contemporary relevance बताओ।
क्या
I
है?
think that is why it's very important to do your PYQs with the notes only. You open it साथ में and you make notes that integrate those PYQ themes. उसके बिना नहीं हो पाएगा, और उसको जब आप शुरू से देखते हो, when you're making notes also your brain thinks of two extra things. कंटेम्प्रेरी रेलेवेंस की मुझे इतनी आदत हो गई थी फर्स्ट पेपर में, दैट पेपर टू lesser questions are asked but I still could think of things, because when you come to caste you do contemporary relevance in a way only when you're talking about transformation, but your brain thinks the words that came up in my brain were contemporary relevance, it wasn't your modern day caste. So I think PYQs you have to integrate in your preparation. आपको सोचने का तरीका थोड़ा चेंज हो जाता है, and themes you get from there, trends you understand okay, if religion, Marx and Weber have been asked, Durkheim also they can add, is public religion still a thing, then you have to give a global example. So I think it helps to have it while you're making notes or revising notes. Don't look at it after, don't revise your notes and then one day at the end open PYQs, because gulf बहुत हो जाएगा उन दो चीजों के बीच में।
अभी ना बहुत सारी स्टूडेंट्स मुझसे इसी बात पे मैं करी थी, पूछ रहे थे कि अभी हमारा उतनी तैयारी नहीं हुई, क्या हमें ये पीवाईक्यू का आंसर राइटिंग करना चाहिए कि नहीं। मैं सबको यही बोल रही थी कि तैयारी बिना इसके तो होगी ही
होगी
नहीं।
नहीं, नहीं, दैट
मतलब
इज योर मार्कर ऑफ।
एग्जैक्टली तो अब देखो, अब हॉर्सेस माउथ से सुन लिया ना कि मतलब हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, नहीं समझ आता है। सो आई थिंक सिलेक्टेड कैंडिडेट्स, यू नो, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली यू हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड कि पीवाईक्यू करने से बहुत फर्क पड़ता है। एंड सी मैम इज ऑल्सो टेलिंग यू कि भले ही कम तैयारी हो, लिखो तो।
जी
बहुत सारे बच्चों
जी।
ने अभी भी लिखा नहीं है,
नहीं,
अब डांट
उसको
पड़ेगी
आप
अगली
हर
बार।
टॉपिक से ऐसे ही करें कि यू स्टार्ट द टॉपिक, ओके दीज आर माय नोट्स, ये दीज आर द पीवाईक्यूज, मुझे समझ आ गया, ओके आई विल राइट द आंसर्स एंड देन यू कंसिडर इट कंप्लीट। आई थिंक गो टॉपिक वाइज ओनली एंड डू ऑल द थ्री थिंग्स एट वंस, रिवाइज, यू डू योर पीवाईक्यूज एंड योर आंसर्स। एटलीस्ट लिखने की आदत शुरू हो जाएगी, बिकॉज यू कांट राइट लेटर, आपको अभी ब्रेन में फ्रेश है वो चीज, वो बेटर रहती है, इट हेल्प्स यू रिमेम्बर थिंग्स, इट हेल्प्स यू गेट ओवर द एंजाइटी ऑल्सो बिकॉज इट्स सो फ्रेश इन योर हेड।
इनफैक्ट मैम ने शुरू में एक और बात भी बोली थी कि आप ना अगर एकदम से नहीं लिख पा रहे हो तो आप क्वेश्चन एक दिन पहले देख लो, जिन
जी,
लोगों को डर लग रहा है। यू सेड दिस ना कि एक दिन
I
क्वेश्चन
did this
पहले।
for
हाँ।
GS,
हाँ।
and GS it helped because I was getting scared in GS3 a little. So I
हम्म।
looked at the questions and I brainstormed. I For some questions I looked at my notes also, and then the
हम्म।
next day I wrote them. So it felt like I have some preparation.
हाँ,
थोड़ा सा
एग्जैक्ट।
वो स्कूल लेवल टाइप पे आ जाता है कि आपको लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज थे और उसी से आपको सिर्फ लिखना है. तो it feels less scary and it helps you start answer writing.
So I hope ma'am has answered this. There's one student, Suman, kya? हाँ, Suman, we'll provide you the summary and the recording of the session. She joined late, so she's
Okay.
asking that will I get the summary and recording? Yes, you will get the recording, bache. Do we have any other question? Okay, Poonam has asked one question. Ma'am, when we are writing an answer and we are trying to do compare with topper's copy, it will go beyond our answer. So, ma'am, different topper copy, what we need to focus? अच्छा, toppers में क्या, copy में क्या देखें? मतलब you often suggest ना कि हाँ।
It's a, I think, अगर आपको similar questions और same text की दो topic copies हैं, I think starting from that is helpful. So you see उनका कितना overlap है पहले तो. If they're writing 3-4 core themes, you check your answer also. Am I meeting those core themes? And overlap अगर नहीं है, then you look at their answer because those are unchecked copies. So it might happen that that one answer they've written a little less than what you've written. मोस्टली ऐसा ही होता है, देयर्स आर बेटर, बट यू लुक एट देयर आंसर ऑल्सो. यू सी कि आप इवेल्युएट करते टाइम उनकी डिमांड मीट हो रही है क्या, आपकी डिमांड मीट हो रही है क्या. एंड अगर दोनों की हो रही है, जस्ट द पॉइंट्स आर अ लिटिल 1 or 2 लेस और मोर, दैट्स फाइन. यू कैन एड अ पॉइंट इफ यू फील you understand it. Don't add it for the sake of adding it. Sometimes they've written a thinker that they know the background of and they've just mentioned it. You copy it and you might put it somewhere else also. Sometimes that happens. You have to be careful of adding thinkers. अगर सिर्फ point है तो you can take it in your note and you can add it to your answer. That is where topper's copy helps. And secondly, if you're not writing answers, because I only did PYQs, what I did with topper's copy was I brainstormed it for myself. I once my syllabus was complete and all my PYQs were complete, तो मैं पेपर 1 और 2 के मैंने टेस्ट्स अलग रख दिए थे टॉपर्स के, and I tried to do the same test from 2 toppers, and then I analyze them. If I brainstorm it, do I have the same points? If I have less, do I have lesser than the core arguments, or mine are just a little differently oriented? Do I have 2-3 thinkers, one thinker at least? If they have 5, I shouldn't have 0. If they have 2 and I have 1, that's fine. That means this is a topic where everybody is struggling to think of a thinker. Do I have 1-2 examples and they have 5-6? तो वो gulf कितना है? For every question you can do it. Don't blindly do toppers copy. Just add things where you feel your core is missing. Don't add for the sake of making it 12 points for the topic. I think that is more helpful.
आई थिंक दिशा हैज वेरी राइटली पॉइंटेड आउट कि टॉपर्स में और अब थोड़ा कंफर्ट भी देखना है कि मतलब अगर ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है तो जबरदस्ती क्यों
जी.
करना। हाँ, जहां डिफरेंस लगे बस वहीं पर यू टेक द इनसाइट्स एंड जस्ट ऐड इन योर नोट्स। सो थैंक यू दिशा।
And be
हाँ।
careful of the thinkers. Don't just, if they've
हाँ,
just put a thinker in the bracket, don't just write the thinker. Either
क्रॉस
you look it
वेरीफाई।
up,
हाँ,
cross verify, or look it up so you can add it to a different place also. But don't blindly just write the name. वो थोड़ा सा we have to be careful.
हाँ, क्योंकि अनचेक्ड कॉपी है, यू नेवर नो कि
You
वो
never
उसको
know.
करेक्ट किया था
जी.
कि नहीं किया था।
जी.
हाँ,
And
तो
maybe
देयर।
unka there the demand is meeting, but we get confused in the paper and we write it somewhere else or some other point. So that you have to be a little careful with thinker names. Don't just be impressed. Okay, these are 3 thinkers that I've never heard, so I'll add these 3 thinkers. वो वाला बस we have to be careful.
So, Disha, there's one more question. Harshvardhan has asked that, good evening, ma'am. Do we have to always write counter argument even when it is not asked? Very valid question.
Uh, it depends. If a counter argument has come to your brain, good idea to write it, even if it's in a one line, just to show that this is not a complete thing, because nothing is correct in its absolute 100% thing. For example, if you're writing caste and or sorry, not caste, any good topic, or if a thinker's point has been asked, something specific to Durkheim, if something specific to suicide has come, his study. So 70%, again, the 70-30 rule. If it's a specific concept, you have to do the specific concept. Counter argument could only be that, okay, he did give you this study of suicide. It was mostly correct. But there are these people who point out, okay, the statistics were only official statistics. There could be more, there could be less, they could be underreporting. Just one, two line. It's not a four. If it's not coming to you in the moment, okay, fine, skip it. But I think everything does have a counterpoint. So what you can do is you can lessen it. Just one penultimate sort of thing before the conclusion. If it's just a concept is being discussed. If, for example, if environmentalism or something has been asked, which is all positive, or anything which is all positive, just try to think of something counter. If it comes, great. If it doesn't, don't force it. But it is better to have a counter argument, because there are always counter arguments. Once you start writing, it will come to your brain also. Sometimes you write a point and you're like, I'm not convinced. So you can just write, okay, this point was, I've just mentioned, but it has this obstacle to be completed, or something like that. One sentence is also more than enough.
Harshvardhan, I think ma'am has answered it very elaborately, and I think your doubt must have been cleared now. There is one question Suman has asked us. Have people, I think ma'am will also. Are you okay? Matlab, are you not feeling tired?
No,
Matlab,
I'm
can we
fine.
take few
Yes,
questions?
we can. We'll just have 2 sips of water, but
हाँ,
I'm
please
okay.
have water. मुझे वही लग रहा है कंटिन्यूअसली बोल बोल के ना.
No, I'm fine.
Fine.
I'm free all day now, so this is the most I've gotten to talk. Bye.
So Suman has asked us the question
Yes, ma'am.
कि when she should refer the model answer book, as in I think she's talking about the PYQ
The
book.
PYQ.
Now, because she's saying कि when she's looking at the model answer, there is a lot of difference in the model answer as compared to what she can think of. So
Okay.
sometimes it becomes confining. Very valid. हो सकता है ना, she's not thinking the answer in the same content because maybe the content is different or something. तो कैसे फिर करें इसको?
Again, with the idea of toppers copy, something that's coming to my brain is untouchability. They've asked what are the inequalities or the types of untouchability they think. If you can write 3, 4, okay, social purity is a point, occupational segregation is a point. There might be 1, 2 points in the model answer that are different. But if you've written 4, 5, it's a 10 marker answer. I think you should be satisfied with your answer, because they can have more answer. Model answer, again, they don't have a word limit. When we prepare a model answer, we're thinking of the best possible answer. These are the 10 best points that suit this. That doesn't mean you have to write all 10. In the exam, anyway, there's no space. Especially if you add an example, your number of points will come down. Unlike GS, I don't think sociology has that much of a focus that you have to have 10 points. It's better to have a better understanding, to have more examples. If the model answer has a lot of different points and you feel yours were a little not aligned to the demand of the question, then you can add them. That might happen in 1 or 2 questions that, okay, I've missed the demand. But if your demand has been met and they are just 2, 3 additional points, if you like a point and you think you will be able to better remember it, and there's a thinker also with that in the model answer, just add 1 or 2. Don't overburden yourself. If you have enough points, I think that should be good. Especially with thinkers, I think you have to have your core thinkers. If they are present, you don't need more points. Model answers are prepared in a different mindset.
And obviously we are not writing model answer under time limit
No,
or under any kind of pressure. तो वो बड़े leisurely हम
We
बड़ा
have
अच्छे.
full research freedom that, okay, another thinker also, I'll go research and add. It's too much freedom to do that. You
और
don't
फिर
have
मॉडल
that
आंसर
in.
के बाद एक वो एक्स्ट्रा प्रेप पॉइंट्स और वो सब भी ऐड करे हुए हैं. नहीं नहीं.
Models answer are just for reference. You add things, you check, was I thinking on a similar line? That is more important. I think that's the core thing, especially if you're writing answers and your feedback is great for different questions. That means you're thinking on the line of the question only. You shouldn't be too worried about my points are less. They might be different, that is fine. But उतना अगर है कि it's meeting the word limit, it has a thinker, it has core arguments, that is fine. Those are the more important points.
दिशा, एक क्वेश्चन है कि Vasundhara has asked the question कि she feels she's using too many words to write the points. So mostly her points in the answer look like mini paragraphs. So then she's asking that what should be the ideal number of points in a 10 marker and 20 marker and how to manage it. I think she's using too many words to explain the point, and because of which it is looking like mini paras. तो
What we can do is if you're doing a subheading to the point, we can take that out. If you are explaining it, you can write the simple point in a sentence and underline what your point was. That could be one of the things. I did try that in sociology paper too, because I would write the subheading and then I would explain it and then I would add a thinker or an example, and it took 3-4 lines sometimes. 2-3 maximum 2.5 lines are fine. So you can try to deduct the sub point, at least in some questions. Just write the sentence, underline or box what your point is that you're making. Other than that, a number of points was a little different. If I had a longer point with a thinker, like I said earlier also, I did sub points. So
Hmm.
अब उसको you can count 2 points, you can count it 1, because I have a thinker that's verifying the statement. Then I have an example, I would make a sub point that you can try. If your sentence is longer because you're adding some other additional information, after the full stop, just make an arrow and make it a separate point. And 5 to 6 points for the pro thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you have for counter argument. Unless it's a balanced sort of question. If it's asking for discuss, you have to have 2 equal subheadings. But if it's a concept, you write 5, 6 points. Whatever is the content, I think sociology, everybody's content is the same. The number of points they might have framed it in a different way, but your arguments are more or less the same. So make sure that the core arguments are met. There is no minimum or maximum number of points as such. 5, 6 was my idea for a 10 marker, but I did sometimes write longer sentences, so I didn't focus too much on that. And for a 20 marker, again, you have 2 subheadings. If you go to 6, 7, 8, whatever for the core argument, depending on your length of the argument and your sub points, count the sub points if you'd like. And in counter arguments, 1, 2, 3, whatever you can recall, unless it's a balanced again, and then you close it. You can add, like ma'am said, also for a diagram or something like that. If you're feeling you have longer contents, for that would help make a simple heading. जैसे अगर आपको points लिखने, those subheadings could be a diagram, hub and spoke, and you can just write some sentences at the end of it. You could try that in Abhi practicing answers if that helps. Try to do 2-3 different things. Do sub points. Try to escape the subheading wali cheese. Whatever works with better feedback in answers that you submit, you could try to focus it in more in that direction.
Okay, I think ma'am has answered this, Vasundhara. If you still have any other doubt, please let us know. There's one more question, Disha.
Yes,
Kirti
ma'am.
has asked that should I focus more on content and making notes of PYQ theme to be the priority than simply writing answers? Because I feel sometime I can write with no content. Okay.
Okay.
And second is from last 1 week, I am reading and writing answers of sociology. Should I give equal time to GS and optional? Acha, okay. This is very valid.
Ji. The GS and optional time values, initially, I think it's a good idea to balance them. Equal time, yes, I would say. The way I did it was I used to do 2 subjects a day. While I was doing sociology was 1 subject, and whatever GS 1 subject. Sociology ends before. It doesn't take you the entire year to completely do it. So once that was done, sometimes I'll have an hour slot for revision if I feel I'm lacking in PYQs or somewhere. Otherwise, then I'll go completely to GS also with 1 hour or lesser time. That comes after, once your revision and PYQs and everything is done. Your first question was between note making and answer writing. I think initially it could be 70-30. You can give more time to content. You can give more time to, since you're doing PYQs and notes, you said, so that is even better. So 70-30 or 60-40 initially is great. But answer writing, you don't not do it completely also. At least brainstorm. If you feel like you can write it without content, there is no guarantee of how great right it is unless you're getting it checked somewhere. If you're getting feedback also that your answers were great and you could write it with less content, that's another superpower. Good, that's great. But I think content and PYQ themes initially can be prioritized, and you start slower with answer writing. Once everything is consolidated, you can do complete answer writing. But with answers, get them checked. If you feel ki without content you're writing, it might be that you feel that you've met the demand, but 1 or 2 questions could go thoda upar niche. So get it checked once. Assignments mein. If the feedback aligns with your preparation, you can, yes, more focus towards making notes.
One more question she has asked. Can you recommend source for paper 1 as she feels her foundation notes do not have much content? I have purchased Mind Map ka book. So
Okay.
other than this, which source can I refer?
Other if you are understanding everything from the book and you can do the PYQs for everything, I wouldn't say do a book. What I did was I initially had Nitin Sangwan. My conceptual clarity was met through that. Then I had IGNU material. I can't delineate it between BA and MA because I didn't do the complete thing. I went by thinkers were from IGNU completely, and also concepts of social stratification and things like that. For religion, there's a mix up with paper two. So I had very mixed sort of notes of paper one and two for those later points of syllabus. For everything, no book recommendation. If you feel topics are lacking, if your conceptual clarity is missing, Nitin Sangwan was a good starter book, but that is not enough on its own. And then if you need specific topics, you could look them up on the internet. Harlombus, I think I had purchased. I don't know if it's available online. For Unit 3 research methods, it's a good book, but just those parts, or for gender or social stratification.
I'll
So,
just intervene here.
yes,
We
ma'am.
will provide them the summarized note of this third unit from
Okay.
Harlombus. So I
Okay,
think that, huh.
I think that's the only unit that's well done in that. Other than that, they have some case studies on education and things like that, but those are not very relevant. It will take you longer to finish, and the return of investment on
Huh.
that would be not great. So I don't recommend it beyond Unit 3, and that ma'am will already provide. So not that book. I think just do the mind maps, answer the PYQs, and if you have a test series, you're answering that also. And whatever you feel topic you've not understood, just for that you can look online. YouTube videos are there for thinkers also. So just conceptual clarity, build that from there, and points and arguments you have in the mind map book only. So I don't think you require complete book.
So Kirti is thanking you for
No,
resolving all her
thank you.
doubts in a very comprehensive manner. So thank you, Disha. So I think these were the questions that these students had, and I hope that all their issues are resolved now, and they, मतलब कहते हैं ना कि very enthusiastically they'll
Yeah.
again start writing the
जी.
assignments. So we've just started. Okay, actually it has been just 2 days, and we've just started, and actually they are writing, and which is very surprising. And
That's
imagine,
great. I wasn't writing day two.
and this I'll tell you something. We have started with Unit 1, and they have shown courage to write answers for Unit 1. This is
Yes.
commendable because we know
Hmm.
that is the last preference that we do, Unit 1,
Definitely.
2, and 3. So,
जी.
and everybody's thanking you. They're thanking you for the great interaction, and thank you so much for taking out
You're
time
welcome,
for us.
ma'am. You're welcome, everyone.
And guys, Disha has been working really hard, and she has worked really hard for the PYQ book. She's working very hard for the mind map book. So trust us, you're in the safe hand because she has the experience, and after listening to her strategies, you have that confidence that she knows her game. She knows what is supposed to be done, and it has worked for her. And I'm very sure it will work for you. But I'll just say one thing, that she has shared her experience with you with all her honesty, and now it's your job to implement that. So
Definitely,
I
ma'am.
just hope that, and we'll request Disha ma'am to meet us often if that is possible for us, so that you can keep
Definitely.
motivating them and they can
जी.
keep writing answers. So Disha, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you so
welcome, ma'am.
much.
Good luck, everyone.
They all are very happy. They're thanking you a lot with all the smileys and all. So thank you, Disha.
You're
And
welcome, ma'am.
yeah, so we'll connect then. ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
चलो, thank you. And
Welcome,
bye
ma'am.
people, और पढ़ो जाकर अब सब लोग अब जोश आ गया होगा तो अब
Let's
सब
go
पढ़
brainstorm.
हाँ,
जी.
लेट्स गो ब्रेनस्टॉर्म, और कल इनका असाइनमेंट भी है तो
जी.
चलो अब तैयारी करो, और कल असाइनमेंट सब सबमिट करेंगे, नहीं तो इस बार क्लास लगेगी सबकी। चलो ठीक है, बाय दिशा, टेक केयर।
Bye, ma'am.
बाय।
Thank you.